Well, hello. Welcome to the weird and wonderful life of a dedicated aquarium nerd. It has been a while for those of you who have come and seen me before. It's been quite a while since we've taken a look at what all is going on in my fish room. This is outside the fish room. Yeah, I got a bunch of algae. I'm pretty sure this is cyanobacteria. Super fun. Random Oscar. Yeah. Random Oscar. He's really here because he was brought in a really beat up sort of state. And I said, I bet I can fix him. And I have. And now I haven't brought him back to the shop or anything. This is the turtle basking space that my turtle barely ever uses. I think I've seen him up here once. Anyways, I have been doing so much work. I have not brushed my hair, nothing. But I've been doing a ton of work in my fish room. So much. So much I haven't even cleared my throat before I turn this on. But a video was requested, so here we go. I've got a lot of tanks sitting out here still, waiting for me to put them back. Because everything is completely different. Like, everything is completely different. No water yet. Well, a little bit of water because I'm leak testing. So far, pretty good. No drips. But anyway, I had a friend over the old fish room, and he said, gosh, you've got a lot of space in here. And I realized that all of my tanks had a whole bunch of space in between them. Like tons of, like every tank had like this much space in between it. And I thought, gosh, you know what? You're right. Why am I doing that? Why do I have a 5-foot aisle? So I built racks. I took all the old racks out. I built my racks bespoke. And also, I went to the wet spot in Portland. And I noticed that every tank at the wet spot in Portland had a drain hole that was like down near the bottom of the tank, like not on the absolute bottom, but like near the bottom on the back. And I thought, but why would they do that? And it wasn't until I was driving back home that I realized that they can then take their tanks and, sorry, everything's crowded, but you could put it on like a ball valve and just start draining. I don't know if you can hear the water pouring out. I'm not gonna let it drain all the way down, but see, it's already down here. But yeah, you can just drain it and then refill it, and you probably use less water that way. I literally just did these 5 yesterday, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah, so that's a great idea. And also, I got this really great 5-foot long, or 5-foot long tank at work. Somebody had dropped it off. It's a acrylic 95-gallon aquarium. And I thought my discus would sure like that. and these two angels, these random angels. But it wouldn't fit in the space that I had. I literally only had a 4-foot space in the old room, or the way that the room was set up previously. And so that just kind of started this whole journey. Yes, so that is how a crazy person like me ends up setting up everything completely different. Just like 100% been working. I took a week off of work to set things up, and it really only got like this far. Got these guys set up. Man, oh yeah. I also got this tank, which has 3 chambers, as you can see. It's a custom build by Clear Fabrications. Jason Gregory is the guy. And he did it all with black acrylic except for the fronts and the tops. And got the Lexan lids, which I just dunked in the water because it's early and I've only had like half a cup of coffee. It's early. But anyway, the whole thing is pretty easy to operate except for if you only have one hand because you're filming with the other one. And it's got really clean lines. I've got my high pants sisters in here. These are my 236s. Got my 333s are in here somewhere hiding. I could see the tail of one in a tube. See? There he is. Hopefully breeding, I don't know. And then my L471s. Focus. There we go. Good job. Yeah. These tanks. There we go. If I actually look at the screen, I can tell if it's in focus or not. That might help. But anyway, apologies for this awful video. But yeah, so these 4 tanks here that look kind of haphazardly set, they are haphazardly set. They're not connected to anything. These are just here temporarily to hold these fish while I'm building up this rack. I don't have the air plumbed in yet. I did get a new air pump from Gemco. This thing is a giant beast, but it's running the entire room right now, which is good. I switched to matten filters from sponge, from regular sponge filters because I decided and realized that I needed more surface area for all my fish. Like, literally, so much has changed. So much has changed. I've gotten some new fish. Let's see if it'll focus on this little guy. Are we gonna focus on the fish, or are we gonna be annoying? Are we gonna be annoying? Come on, he's a cutie. No? Okay, I guess we don't get to see it. I can see it with my eyes, but everything's reflective because I am a terrible YouTuber. I'm terrible at it. It's not my job. My job is to raise fish, to breed fish, and to sell fish. Yeah, it's just not going to focus at all, huh? Oh, maybe put it back? There he is. Look at that. Now he's all freaked out. Here's another one. Yep. This beta. It's beta imbilis. It's one of the wild beta species. And of course a bunch of guppies, as you can see. Another thing that I've been doing is taking home single females from the random female guppy groups that we get to see if they are a line of guppies. It doesn't always work out. As you can see, I've got a lot of different guppies in here. So this is clearly a mutt colony. This is also a mutt colony. However, speaking of guppies, I do have these albino red koi guppies. See, that's the male. I don't think this is a very high quality male, but the female looks great. If I can get her on camera. There we go. Look at that. She was the last one. This is the one thing that I bought when I was at the wet spot. Was this guppy pair. Hey. And it took them a while, but they finally have had a babies. In fact, I think you can see in the background the tiny little, the new fry versus the older fry, which are getting their colors in. Pretty excited for that. There's this lady who I suspect is infertile because she's never had babies and she's never even looked like she was pregnant, even though I've had her with 2 different males. I think she's just infertile. And it's my blushing tiger endlers. It's the line that I am the most proud of because I have been working with them trying to bring this line out for a very long time. I don't know if everybody is as enthused about these as I am, but I really like them. And then there's these flame-tail guppies I got. Started with 1 female. Come on, guys, get on camera. There's a bunch of hornwort. I highly recommend, if you're gonna breed guppies, that you invest in some hornwort or guppy grass or something like that. Some sort of clumping type, you know, bunch plant type of thing. It has a lot of close together leaves. Leaves. Yeah. The other thing that I'm doing is at the bottom row of this, I'm putting in some 33-gallon long tanks because they are the correct size. And I didn't want to do 15s down here because they're a little bit too tall. But I wanted to be able to utilize the space effectively. And what that ends up doing is, sorry, you're looking at my feet. It's for them to do the drain thing that I was talking about. I am gonna just have their plumbing on the outside of this side of the tanks. But on this side, it'll be not plumbed, so be able to walk down here and see what's going on in here. Sorry, my finger. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. We've got angels just kind of stashed away everywhere. My zebra plecos are just kind of chilling, getting bigger, but no babies yet. No babies yet, so but I still have all 9 of them. Just scooting around. This is a 50-gallon lowboy, really close to the ceiling so that they get all the heat from the dehumidifier. But it's kind of fun because you can see, like, let's see, there she is. You can see, like, she's getting kind of fat. And we've got presumed males in tubes. And that's all we can really ask for, you know? And then eventually, hopefully they start breeding. But that's what's going on right now. I've got a little bit of wonkiness with my airlines, but just trying all kinds of things. Also, just on a bit of a whim, I decided to put in an under-raffle filter in the discus tank because the matte filter was just not cutting it, but I also ran out of gravel and I need to get some more. Which is okay. I can get gravel. Gravel's easy to get. I just haven't done it yet because there's so many projects to do. Right? Right. That's right. Alright. Anyways, I gotta finish getting ready for work. Like I said, I haven't brushed my hair or anything yet. Oh, one more thing. While we're doing a super close-up shot of my face, I'm sure that was just wonderful. We'll see if we can see any of the saltwater rainbow fish. Are we gonna be on camera today? Another fish that I can see with my eyes, but can't really see on the camera. Yeah, it's so weird. They're like not visible on the camera. It's like I'm lying. Okay, here we go. So you can kind of see them a little bit. That's the pseudomodel cyanodorsalis. This is a saltwater tank running on a matten filter. And how visible this is going to be. There we go. I'll try to back up. There we go. Can you see them? I've got a whole bunch of fry in here. I think I scared them with the camera. Either that or they're too close to the camera. Anyway, there's a bunch in here. There's tons. Turns out it's not that hard to breed pseudomcgills. You just kind of got to give them a spawning mop and then move it once in a while to a different tank, and then they will hatch out, and then you can feed them, and then they grow up, and then they make more babies. It's pretty easy. Who could have thought? Alright. Now really I have to get ready for work. See you all next time. Hopefully it won't be months and months and months in between videos next time. Alright. Bye.